Great morning. Great morning. You guys come on in. Come on in. If you're like me, your sleep was not the most solid. Trying to see these election results, honey. Up, up and down, up and down. Okay, come on in, though, you guys. While you guys are coming in, I'm going to go ahead and share. So hold on. Great morning, everyone. Let me know who's here and where you're tuning in from. Let me know who's here and where you are tuning in from. Come on in. Sharing on Facebook. Now let me share on IG. All right. Sent out the shares. Y'all let me know who's here and where you're tuning in from. Let me know who's here and where you are tuning in from. Today is going to be an interesting day. Come on in, come on in. All right. So it is the day after the election. The day after the election. Y'all excuse my little ponytail back there. It's the day after the election, and people's emotions are running high. Okay. Great morning, birthday girl. Hey, Lady Michelle. Yes, Bradenton, Florida is in the building. I love it. I love it. I wanted to come on because I wanted to give you guys some assurances, right? Some assurances. I know that for many of us who may not have voted Trump, there can be some anxiousness and some anxiety. Okay. But I came to give you some encouragement and to help you step into a place of peace. And I want y'all to stay with me as I take you on this journey. Okay. There is absolutely nothing that happens that God does not allow. And God always has a plan. In the word, it talks about how all things work together for the good of those who love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. All of them, not just some of them, all of them. All things work together. And if all things work together, then even the things that we don't understand are working together for our good. And our challenge is that we want to think that we can control everything. God already knows the outcome. The word says he knows the end from the beginning. He's always known the end from the beginning of every situation, every circumstance, all of that. Now, this is what I'm going to tell you, okay? This is what I'm going to tell you. I did not vote for Trump. That's not who I voted for. But he is now the president of the United States for the second time. There must be a reason. There must be a reason. There must be something that God is doing. There must be something that is working underneath angel number 111 and behind the scenes that we can't see. Right? So now that he is the 47th president, where do we go and what do we do? You all, if you put all your faith, all your hope, and all your confidence into politics and the world system, you will be up and down like you're on a roller coaster. The truth of the matter is, regardless of who's president, everyone has an agenda that is working behind the scenes. Okay. And so, what we have to do is we have to do some key things in our own lives. The first thing that we've got to do is trust God. Trust God. It doesn't matter if it was him or Kamala. You got to trust God. Angel number 122. Let me look these numbers up. Angel number 122. You got to trust God. Our faith cannot be in man. Our faith can't be in the world system. Our faith must be in God, because ultimately God is in control. And if you allow the ups and downs and ins and outs of politics to control your mood, your faith, your belief, then you're always going to be tossed to and fro like the wind, right? Whichever way the wind blows, you're going to be tossed. Listen. I remember the first time he was elected president. And I remember talking about our personal economy and the importance of creating your personal economy. What is your personal economy? It is becoming your own bank. It is creating an economy that is not necessarily dependent on a 9 to 5 or a job, right? Now, there are several ways that you can create your personal economy, and I'm going to talk about that today. But let me go ahead. Let me look up angel number 111, and then angel number 122. Okay, because I want you to understand there is something that's happening here. Okay, angel number 111. It's a message from the universe that your thoughts and intentions are aligning with your soul's purpose. It is a message from the universe that your thoughts and intentions are aligning with your soul's purpose, and that needs to be your focus. It is particularly potent, symbolizing new beginnings, intuition, and manifesting your dreams into reality. Come on. It's associated with confidence, motivation, and independence. It means a new journey of self is on the way. You've got to focus on you. I told you guys this Monday. I told y'all this Monday, you've got to focus on you. Remember on Monday, I talked about God saying, behold, I do a new thing. Shall it not spring forth? Shall you not perceive the new thing that I'm doing? In the wilderness, I will give you a path. And in the desert, I will give you rivers. Regardless of where you are, God is doing something. Angel number 144. Okay. So we have a personal responsibility in this month of new November to do and to perceive what God is doing new in our lives. Maybe it's taking this for us to understand that we really have to depend on God. We really have to depend on God. Yes, we pray, we vote, and then we trust God with the outcome. I know that's what I did. I prayed, I voted, and I'm trusting God with the outcome. All right. Angel number 122. It can indicate that you are making progress on your spiritual path and are more connected to the universe. And I want y'all to hear me, because I don't want my folks who are Christians to get caught up that I said are more connected to the universe. I meant what I said. You're connected to everything that God created. Everything is connected. Listen, God created an entire universe, and we are connected to that universe. And listen, you got to understand that connection and understanding that connection will help you navigate difficult times and challenging times in your life. It'll help you navigate it. But if you're not paying attention, if you're not understanding, you will not perceive what God is doing. You'll find yourself constantly and consistently frustrated by the moves of God because it doesn't make sense to your logical mind. God's way is not always our way. Okay. And that's the thing that we have to remember. Okay. Angel number 122 signifies positive change and progression. It reminds us that we are on a path of personal growth and development. It encourages us to let go of any fears or anxieties that may be holding us back and embrace the positive energy that surrounds us. Listen, when you belong to God and you are one with Him and He is one with you, you're in Him and He's in you. We don't have to be stressed out about what's going on in the world. We don't have to stress about that. God's got that. What our job is staying plugged in and connected to God. Our job is doing what it is that He desires us to do. Our job is to finding our sole purpose and operate in that, move in that. Okay? So the first thing that we got to do in the midst of all of this is trust God. Put our faith in God, not in man, not in systems, not in politicians, and not in a vote. Our trust can't be in the vote. Our trust has to be in God. Okay? The second thing that we've got to do is we have to create our personal economy. Now, before I do that, let me go ahead and hit angel number 144 before I forget. Angel number 144. It's a sign of spiritual awakening and enlightenment, and that you are on the right path. It can also be a reminder that you have the power to create the life you want and manifest your dreams. Create your personal economy. Now, there are several ways that you can create your personal economy, and I'm going to talk to you about a couple of them, right? Well, actually, it's going to be about three, right? One of the ways that you can create your personal economy is the way that the wealthy have created their personal economy. And the way that they created their personal economy is using tools like whole life insurance and now what we call an IUL. An IUL. Having whole life insurance and having IULs will give you the ability to create your own bank. It allows you to tap into tax shelters. It allows you to build wealth. It allows you to become your own bank and borrow from yourself, particularly when you have babies and children, right? You want to get $1 million baby policies. What is a $1 million baby policy, Dr. V? You have a baby and you get $1 million IUL life insurance policy on that baby. What you do is you set your family and that baby up to have access to money, right? As you pour into the policy to build up wealth that can be borrowed from. Listen to me now, right? But not taxed. Are y'all hearing what I'm telling you? There's a reason a Donald Trump is a Donald Trump. There's a reason that he's had all these bankruptcies but always comes back. There's a reason that he can close down businesses but still be wealthy, right? They have learned how to master tax shelters and tools, right? Wealth tools. We don't understand wealth tools, so we don't get them and we don't keep them. If we get insurance, angel number 166, we keep it for a little while, life happens and we let it go instead of holding on to that thing right there, right? Because what it can do is it can position you to be able to be protected in ways that other things will not allow you to be protected. To protect your money, to build your wealth. Whole life, IULs, insurance. Insurance is a tool that the wealthy use in order to build wealth and to pass wealth on. It is how they create legacy. It is how Walt Disney built Walt Disney Land, Walt Disney World. It's how he was able to build that. He borrowed money from his insurance to do that. Now, these are things that most people don't know, especially not most people our color. We'll get some term insurance and we're good, right? I'm not saying that term insurance is bad. What I am saying, though, is whole life insurance, IULs, will give you the ability to borrow on your wealth. Term life, you can pay for it for 30 years. You're never going to get any more than is there, right? So, first thing that we have to do is trust God. The second thing that we have to do is we have to build our own personal economy. We can build our own personal economy through insurance. If you do not have an insurance agent, if you do not have someone that you can work with to accomplish that, I'm going to tell you, my girl Michelle Proctor does that. Okay. She does that. It's one of the many things that she does. All right. Angel number 166. All right. Get you some whole life insurance, an IUL. If you have children, grandchildren, get policies on them and set them up for wealth, as well as, because you are the one that owns the policy, you can borrow from the policy, right? One of the things with me is that often I have, in the past, I've had trouble qualifying for insurance, right? But if I protect my grands, right, I can do two things. I can position myself and them for wealth. I can build their college fund up in an IUL. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Yes. Yes. And listen, this is the next thing. Okay, this is the next thing. I am not an expert on this. Listen, I have not figured it out, but I know, I'm telling y'all what God is saying to me, what I know needs to happen. Get a trust. Create a trust. Create a trust. Protect your assets. Put your assets in a trust. Yes, it's great to have a will, but wills can be contested and wills have to go through probate. Get a trust. A trust cannot be contested. You put everything, the insurance, in a trust. Then it can go to them without having to go through probate, without having to be like all of those things. Get a trust. We can use insurance, IULs. You can do get a trust. Keandra said, yes, ma'am. Additionally, we can help with both of these. Bam. Michelle, Keandra, there you go. Listen to me. Instead of worrying about something you can't control, complaining about something we can't control, we can, if you voted, you cast your vote, you did your part. That's all you can do about the presidential election. The election is over. Donald Trump is now the 47th president of the United States. But what you can do is create your own personal economy, right? Okay. Use insurance. Yes, Michelle, make the trust the beneficiary. Make the trust the beneficiary, and then it goes from there. Listen, now we got to focus on what we can handle. We got to focus on our world. Michelle said, do it fast. Okay. All right. So, angel number 166. Let me look that up because that's the second time it hit. Angel number 166 is a message to let go and release any material concerns or worries and focus on your true desires, passion, and life purpose. It's a reminder to focus your thoughts and intentions on your desires and not what you do not want. That's exactly what we're talking about. So, one of the ways that you create your own personal economy is the use of insurance. One of the ways you create your own personal economy is the use of insurance. Get IULs, especially on those babies. Get some $1 million policies. Create some $1 million babies, right? The second thing to do is to get a trust. Get a trust. Make the trust the beneficiary of the IUL. Make the trust the beneficiary of the IUL. Get with a tax professional. Get with a tax professional, an insurance specialist, someone who can help you with these things. Michelle Proctor and Keandra Ward can assist you with these things. Okay? They can assist you with these. These are two women that I trust implicitly. Now, this next one, some of you are going to be a little baffled by, but I want you to listen to me, right? Get an LLC. Get an LLC. Build a business. Build a business. Build a business. Build a business. Why do you want to build a business? You want to build a business because building a business and having a business will allow you to have additional tax deductions. Having a business will help you have additional tax deductions. Get an LLC. Get an LLC. Get an LLC. All of this is a part of building your own personal economy. Get an LLC. Why do you want to get an LLC? Getting an LLC will allow you to build business credit, and building business credit will allow you to increase your access to money. It will allow you to increase your access to money. Okay? That's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother thing. Because once you have an LLC, you can actually insure the primary officers of the LLC. Y'all listen, this is God pulling stuff together that I've learned, okay? That's what this is, okay? This is God pulling stuff together that I've learned. Get an LLC, right? Get an LLC, right? Build both personal and business credit. Build both personal and business credit. Keandra can help you with that. Keandra can help you with that. Build personal and business credit. In building personal and business credit, you will have access to resources. We want to do everything in our name. Everything ain't supposed to be in your name. You want to have access to everything and own nothing. You want ownership in the trust and in the business. Ownership in the trust and in the business. Okay? So you want to build personal and business credit. Build personal and business credit. Build personal and business credit. Angel number 166. See what I'm saying? We got to focus on what we want and not what we don't want. We're so busy focusing on we don't want our house to go into foreclosure. We don't want to have our loans overtaken. We don't want bad credit. No, focus on what you do want. Focus on what you do want. If you want wealth, focus on building wealth. Focus on building wealth. Okay? Not your lack. Not your lack. All right? I want y'all to hear me. Okay? So I said, in building your personal economy, you want to have insurance. Use insurance. IULs. IULs. Because they provide coverage and they allow you to borrow from the policy. You can borrow from the policy to build businesses. You can borrow from the policy to send them to college. You can borrow from the policy to buy them cars. Okay? Our goal is to use other people's money. That's our goal, right? So insurance, IULs. 2, establish a trust. Allow the trust to be the beneficiary of the insurance policy. Allow the trust to be the beneficiary of the insurance policy, and then establish in the trust what goes to who. Okay? Number 3, get an LLC. If you do not have an LLC, you need one. You may say, Dr. V, but I don't have a business. You need a business. You need a business. Now you just need to figure out what that business is going to be. But you need a business. If you don't have a business, particularly under this presidency, under this government, you're going to be in trouble. Why? They're going to focus on small businesses. They're going to focus on small businesses. There's going to be a heavy focus on businesses, a heavy focus on business loans, business lending, laxing the standards in order to get it. Listen, get an LLC. Believe me, you want to do that. The next thing you want to do is you want to focus on your personal and your business credit. For some of you, it's going to be easier to build your business credit than your personal credit. You'll be able to build your business credit faster than your personal credit. So get personal. You want to build your personal and your business credit. Okay? All right? Got that? Okay. Insurance, trust, LLC, business, and personal credit. Work on those. Okay. Number five. And I want y'all to hear me. I want y'all to hear me. You have to become an investor. You have to become an investor. You cannot just be self-employed. You cannot just be an employee. You have to move from the right side to the left side of the cash flow quadrant. You got to move from the right side to the left side of the cash flow quadrant. You have to do this. This is a must. You have to have money growing for you passively. Gotta have it. You have to. Keandra said, I just finished our funding class. Please listen and do what she's suggesting. Okay? You got to become an investor. Become an investor. Now, in becoming an investor, there are multiple ways to become an investor. Okay? And I believe that it's very important that you have a mixed portfolio, depending on your faith, your confidence, it's going to determine how aggressive your portfolio will be. Okay. And you got to do something that works to your comfort level. Okay. But you've got to become an investor. And becoming an investor, lots of people will tell you, oh, you just need to purchase some stock. You just need to purchase stock. It's great to have stock. But the thing about stock is stocks go up and they go down, right? So just know that when you have stocks is not a short-term investment strategy. Stocks is not a short-term investment strategy. It's very often a longer-term investment strategy because they go up and they go down. Now, listen to me very carefully. Listen. This is my strategy for you guys, okay? And I want you to hear me, okay? I want y'all to hear me. I'm just telling y'all what God is saying to me. Whoo! Listen, yes, Keandra, Bitcoin is going crazy now, but it won't always be this way. So how do you navigate that? How do you navigate? Instead of focusing on buying, focus on trading, right? Trading, you can win if it goes up and you can win if it goes down. It doesn't matter which way it goes as long as you're going in that direction, all right? Trading Forex, trading crypto, trading stocks, trading. Okay? Trading will allow you to do some of these other investment strategies that I'm going to talk about. Okay? Trading will allow you to build the capital. Why trading? Trading, Forex is the most liquid financial market in the world. Forex is the largest, most liquid, most stable market in the world. I want y'all to hear me. Unlike the stock market, it has never crashed in its history. It is like an elephant compared to a mouse, which is the stock market. That's the New York Stock Exchange, the Tokyo Stock Exchange, the London Stock Exchange, all put together. Forex trading is a $7 trillion a day industry. $7 trillion a day flows through the Forex market. Why do that first? I want y'all to hear me. Because you can build up the capital you need to do these other things. You can build up the capital you need to do these other things. Y'all may say, Dr. V, I don't know anything about Forex. I don't know how to trade. Get with me. We have an incredible app that will actually send out what are called educational ideas. You'll have access to an educational platform that is absolutely incredible and people who want you to learn. Okay? Listen. Okay? And you will also be able to earn while you learn. You don't have to be an expert. Keandra said, get with her. Listen, She said, I'm so blessed to have learned this. Once you learn this skill set, no one can ever take the skill set away from you. Once you learn the skill set, you don't have to be attached to a company, an educational platform, any of those things. Okay? You don't have to be. Because once you have the skill set, you have the skill set. I'm blessed to be a part of a company that has some incredible educators and 7-figure traders who are helping people learn the skill set and helping people earn, even if they're not trying to learn the skill set, so that they can build that wealth. All right? Trading. You know that something is incredibly valuable when the wealthy and the elite do it. Every banking institution that you're connected with trades on the Forex market. In fact, your money is being traded through your bank. You may say, I don't know anything about it. You don't know anything about it, but it does not mean that it cannot help you, okay? Listen, Kendra said it's an amazing company. Y'all, I learned through their leaders years ago, and it's still with me today. I'm telling y'all, listen. Okay? Rose said true, okay? Now, listen, after you build up your capital, because first you need capital, y'all. And it does not take a lot of capital to start trading. People think you got to have a lot of money to trade. There was a time when if you didn't have access to at least $1 million liquid, you could not become a trader. You couldn't trade. You couldn't tap in. You couldn't get in. But technology has changed that. And now you can get started for a little of nothing, y'all. It is worth the investment. Okay? All right. After you get capital, then you can do things like purchase stocks when they are low. Purchase low, sell high. You can purchase stocks because you want to have some stuff that's working for you. You can get an investment property. Get an investment property. Now, we're going to go back to the LLC, right? Back to your business, because you can purchase property through your business, which can give you access to your business funding, business credit, okay? It's not in your personal name. You don't own it, but you benefit from it, okay? You want to get investment property, preferably duplex, triplex, fourplex, quadplex, apartments. Why? Why do you want to get duplex, triplex, quadplex? Why do you want to do those things? Because you have multiple units that can be leased or used to create Airbnbs. You can use the capital to purchase vehicles to put on Turo. You can create your own economy as a car rental company and not purchase just one car, but purchase multiple cars at the same time from one draw, one credit pool. Okay? I know this is a lot of technical stuff, but listen to me. You can get with Michelle and Keandra when it comes to the IULs, the insurance, right? You can get Keandra when it comes to the business and the business fundings. Okay? Phoenicia is a realtor in Louisiana, but she can partner with a lender in a realtor in your state, right? She said there are more incentives for first-time buyers than second and more. Absolutely. Rose said multiple streams of income. Absolutely. Michelle said this is all good. Listen, as we do this, listen to me, y'all. We position us to take advantage of the tax breaks that are coming down the line. Michelle says, I do funding also. Listen, Keandra and Michelle both do funding. Y'all listen. we've got to understand that what you can't control, you learn to navigate. What you can't control, you learn to navigate. You learn their language, you learn their tools, and you're able to maximize those things to benefit your personal economy, to build your personal economy. So, Monday, I talked about being in the wilderness or being in the desert. God says in Isaiah 43:19, he says, behold, look, I do a new thing. Shall it not spring forth? Shall ye not perceive it? In the wilderness, I will create a path. And in the desert, I will create rivers with an S. Michelle said, I can set up LLCs. Okay. I can help y'all with the Forex. I can help y'all with that piece. Listen, this other thing, let me not forget this. Creating a digital economy. We live in a digital world. Most people are purchasing things online. Create a digital economy. We also have an e-commerce set up where you can learn how to set up your e-commerce. You get ideas for products to put on e-commerce. You'll walk through step by step how to set up your e-commerce site, how to use Amazon, how to use eBay, how to use all of these different e-commerce platforms. And Amazon Prime days can become days that generate wealth for you once you understand what to do and how to do it. Okay. I know all of this sounds like a lot. And no, you can't get all of it done all at once. But what you want to do is create a plan and work the plan. Okay? Create a plan and work the plan. Create a plan and work the plan. I know I've lost people as we've gone through this, but I'm telling you, this is a live you want to save and go back to. This is a live you want to save and go back to and take notes. And take notes. I'm not telling you guys that I am an expert on all of this, but I know when God gives me divine strategy and he begins to drop it like he dropped today, that's not just for me and my household. That's for God's people. What looks like a negative, God will turn it into a positive. Because all things work together for those who love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. Even Donald Trump being elected president a second time. But you've got to position yourself to benefit from the things that are getting ready to come down the pipe. Okay? Then it doesn't matter who's president, because you've now set your family up. You've set your family up. You've created your own personal economy, and you are beginning to build legacy and create legacy. Yes, Rose, create a plan and work the plan. If nothing else, this election should give you more incentive to build your personal economy, more incentive to trust God, more incentive to start that business that you've been thinking about, that God put on your heart, that is a part of your soul purpose that you've not done yet. Let's go. We've got to do this. We've got to do this. It's time. It's time. And I want you to understand the importance of the time and the season that we're in. I want you to understand it. I don't want you to be overwhelmed, and I don't want you to be fearful. God doesn't want you to be overwhelmed and fearful and worried. You don't have to be. But what you do have to be is proactive. Accept God's plan. Accept God's plan. Because all of this is a part of God's plan. The word of God says that the wealth of the wicked is laid up for the just. But you got to be in a position to benefit from it. I just told you some things that you can do to put yourself in a position to benefit from it, to have the necessary accounts to get the wealth transferred into it, and to be a part of the greatest wealth transfer in history, because it's coming. Hear me. It's coming. I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm saying this to make you aware and conscious. Shall you not perceive the new thing that God is doing? You got to perceive it. You got to be aware of it. You got to be conscious of it. And then you've got to work it. Look, I don't know what this is going to yield in your life, if it yields anything. I don't know. I can't tell you what it's going to yield in your life, if it yields anything. If you don't apply the principles, it won't yield anything. It won't. It just absolutely won't. But God has put the number 8 heavy in my spirit. And I told you guys the other day, listen, sow a seed. 88.88, 888.88, $8.88. You can do it multiple times. But listen, sow a seed, get a seed in the ground, and watch what God does with that seed. Now, you don't have to sow a seed to benefit from the information. The information is there. I've given it to you. Seeds are sown as a sign of agreement. Agreement with the word that is spoken. They're used to show God, I hear you and I believe you. This is me coming into agreement with the new that you're doing. Okay? Listen, your seed is not going to make or break me, but it could very well determine whether or not what you do has that additional blessing on it. It's going to be blessed, right? Because it came from God, but that additional blessing. And if you don't feel led to sow a seed, don't. Like, it's not compulsory. I'm not making you, and I'm not manipulating you into it. I'm just telling you what God said to me. So, y'all, I pray the word blessed you. I pray that you got what you needed and that you're able to execute. Get with Michelle Proctor. Get with Keandra Ward. Listen, get with me. Let us assist you in the journey that you're going on. Because, baby, either we're going to win or we're going to learn today. Okay? That's it. We're going to win or we're going to learn. We're going to win or we're going to learn. And I promise you, I'd rather win than to have to take some losses to learn, right? All right, y'all, look, I love you guys to life and life more abundant. Let's be in peace. Be in peace. It is what it is, okay? Now let's accept God's plan and let's move forward by creating our own personal economy with our full trust and faith being placed in God. I love y'all to life and life more abundant. Have an amazing, incredible, and epic day. Y'all be blessed. Mwah.